So this is kind of like almost ironic, amazing, but also ironic. I've been trying to tell Stonehenge Alliance and the Stonehenge Action Group, instead of doing that huge petition of 150,000 signatures to the government, they should have been petitioning Wiltshire Council for a referendum, right? And in fact, anyone in England who works or has got a company in Wiltshire or even passes through Wiltshire and uses their services, which could be anybody in England, the right to petition His Majesty's government, Wiltshire. We can sign a petition for Wiltshire, particularly if it's Stonehenge World Heritage Site. But I said, why don't you do the petition to form a new council in Wiltshire to show them who's in charge? Because you can use that. The English law is different to America. You can actually make them form a new council, which I think is quite novel. And I calculated it. You only need to equal 5% of the electorate, which is 26,000. So, I mentioned it to Verb's channel. I don't know if he's going to try and contact those groups or not. But here in America, they've got this petition going, and they had some trouble getting it going because apparently they've done it through the clerk in the local council for registry, and then they were messing them around with the details and particulars of it. They've got it registered now, so they get. I don't know if this is the petition to get the referendum, or this is the petition actually is the referendum. But it's saying that you've got to be resident in the city of Atlanta, have been registered to vote in Atlanta, sign a petition where you are physically in the city of Atlanta. This is for the petition, though. I don't know whether this is petition to get Cop City or actually just to stop Cop City. If it is vote to stop Cop City, as of the 21st of June 2023, our petition was approved by the city clerk and available to start signing. We need to collect at least 70,000 signatures by August 14th. That's not long, is it? June, July, April, May. June, July, August. They don't get long for that. That's ridiculous. What about Change.org? This seems scammy, like Petitions Committee in Parliament and like Kirklees Council, who either won't run or approve petitions. But you can actually choose yourself how long you want to run it for in England. So every voice and every signature is crucial to our campaign, and by law must meet criteria. They've got a very, very odd. The We the People website, when Obama ran it, for the whole of America, federal law, I ran a petition on there officially collecting signatures. So, and this is the Obama government. So I actually had a petition on We the People from England, petitioning the American government, and anyone could sign it. I don't really know what they're playing at. Registered. I think this could be the referendum. I think this petition is the referendum to stop it. I don't know if it's a petition for a referendum. It's definitely slightly different in America. But I've never actually. They're on Twitter and they're on Instagram, but it doesn't have a YouTube link directly. Oh, at Cop City referendum. So, hint, it's not online. All right. How and where to sign the petition. Hint, it's not online. So this is not something that we can look at and look at how it looks like the council might be giving the ballots out all around the area. It must be like delivering all the ballots to people's houses like you do with polling stations sort of thing, when you get those cards through and so forth. Hint, it's not online. This is amazing. This is, look, I hope they stop this Cop City, because basically Marianne Williamson has just done a Zoom meeting with like 4 or 5 people, and they've been talking about this Cop City because a lot of the campaigners have been getting their material taken off them. People got arrested just for campaigning. There's been a lot of controversy around it. I did once try to look for an official website for that Cop City campaign, and I didn't find one. It doesn't look like they've got a YouTube channel, and it looks like it's been done properly through the council. This is what I want to do for the Stonehenge Tunnel, which now I've actually submitted a petition to Wiltshire Council, and I'm just going to wait a few days and check back to see what they've said, because I did it through completely and totally legitimate means of the Act. And even Wiltshire Council have said, even if you use services in Wiltshire, public services, which anyone uses public toilets or uses like ancient sites, and if you've got a business there, or even if you're shopping, if you shop in Wiltshire, you're using services in Wiltshire. The thing with England, the Bill of Rights, is it's the right of the subjects to petition the King, right? And it's His Majesty's, well, the fact is, Charles owns half the coastline of England, and it's His Majesty's government, and it's His Majesty's police force, and it's His Majesty's local council. So they can't stop us signing petitions to His Majesty, and the council chamber has got the mace, the authority of Parliament. So they can't stop us signing petitions to get a referendum. To get a referendum, you've got to equal 5% of the electorate to show that it's important to a large number of people. And then you can basically make them have a referendum in Wiltshire about whatever you want. Well, you could make them have a referendum about that tunnel, but I thought it would be more novel. Why are they having issues with the tunnel? Because of the corrupt strategic planning, because of the corrupt council, this whole 15-minute cities thing, which is what, Verbs' channel's opposed to, all of that. So I thought it would have been more novel rather than just, force them into a local referendum to block the Stonehenge Tunnel, which would have been a lot better to do rather than getting 150,000 signatures to Parliament, which I think was, ill-aimed, even to the fact that, they've already had, that Roller Morgue fling, and the Stonehenge Druids already went to the High Court, seriously, and actually got them to stop the tunnel. And then the government have just, literally carried on with it. The Local Referendum Petitions Act, you can literally petition for a new form of government, whatever you want, but there are lots of different types of forms of government, but I didn't know. There are, you can have a mayor or not have a mayor, but then Metropolitan Council is a form of government. We used to have a county council, and in 1973 they changed it all, and they had metropolitan councils and so forth. You don't have to have a metropolitan council if you don't want to be a metropolis. This is the thing. There are different actually types of councils and so forth that you can have. Or if you want, I don't see why you can't, if you want a new form of government, I don't see why you can't, if in 1973 they did get rid of county council and get a metropolitan council, what if you don't want a metropolitan council, and what if you don't like the name of the council? What if it's the wrong vibe? What if you want a nice countryside sounding council, Tucker Carlson, like some sort of Home Valley or something like that, You've actually got the power to have a referendum, believe it or not. You can scrap your local council and make them form a new one. And I don't even really like the council building they've got, the position that it's in. It's soul-sucking, it's kind of artificial, it's very metropolis, it's not very... it's not a nice place or location or surroundings, and I think we should demolish it. And have a completely new council, which is more aligned with kind of like harmony, nature, and health and so forth, which is not surrounded by a metropolitan regime. What is based in a nice, farming area with, plants growing and things like that. And then it'll set a completely new paradigm for the area. And then, I think if you did that, then it'd tell all these planning departments and contractors, the people are in charge, not these strategic planning departments. And, instead of just saying, we want to block the Stonehenge Tunnel, I think that it'd work, because remember, there is 1/3 of the public who don't even vote for the council, and they might suddenly just wake up and go, whoa, there's actually a referendum to scrap the council, woohoo, there's a lot of people disgruntled with the councils, a lot of people complain about the councils. 1/3 is not far off half, and just remember, you only need to get 51% in the referendum, but in order to trigger that referendum, you only need 26,000 signatures in Wiltshire. I'd like to do it in our county as well. It's kind of similar to what they're doing here with this opposing this cop city. But the fact is that there've been loads of violence with this cop city. All the campaigners and protesters got arrested unlawfully by the police when they're meant to have democratic rights and so forth. So Marianne Williamson has just done a live program about it. I didn't watch all of it. I just caught the sort of last 20 minutes of it. And then the first thing that I typed in when I was trying to see if they might have a website, I didn't even find the website. Or YouTube channel. I don't even think there is a proper YouTube channel for it, but it's this site here. This is Vote to Stop Cop City. How and where to sign. Hint, hint. It's not online. So it looks like they might be just doing it all through the council in the local area then, interestingly enough. It started 21st of June. Well, it's 20th of July now, so it's been a month. It's going on until next month. So this is really interesting. People should know about this. In fact, this could be worth. I don't know if Verbs might like this or not. Verbs, I think he kind of thought that it might be a bit. I don't know whether he realistically thought you could shut a council down, but you can. He definitely. Verbs doesn't like political parties. Verbs definitely doesn't like like Conservative, Lib Dem, or Labour. I would have really thought that Verbs would have jumped for joy if he thought it was realistically easy to actually shut a council down, particularly one that was obsessed with these 15-minute cities. So, I mean, stop this cop city.